Hey everyone, I Jude here. I kind of wanted to talk to you today about KVK. Right now we are in stage 5 of 5. Um, we are the Romagna, and then we're up against the Dacia. Pretty good group. We're pretty even in our power, our might. We've had some great talks with them. Whenever KVK is up, there's a special chat room that opens up where you're able to talk to the other teams. You're also able to scout. Let's go check it out. I'll start you off at their temple, and you can kind of just look around their land a little bit. So can take a look at who the king is. And I've actually had a nice chat with the guy. But yeah, can kind of just discuss where your thoughts are. If you're, being kind with each other, you can pick the same times for when the final battle will happen. But let's go through the stages real quick. So head back home. Head up to the top where all the events are located, and Kingdom Expedition on the left here. Now, if you click Go to Events, it's going to take you to the same place where you were just seeing the scores. Best thing to do is look at the rules first. This is going to tell you how it all occurs. So, preparation, 5 stages, final battle. It's pretty self-explanatory, final battle. Gives you the basic rules, final battle, and how the points are earned. This is where you can see what you can do each day. Save your resources when you're not in Kingdom versus Kingdom, because people go crazy during this stuff. So right here, just collecting resources. That's your backup, easy way. I'm a big fan of the tech speed ups. So during this time, a lot of people are going to share or request that Chancellor title from the temple. And by this point, you should know what that is. Because you can only get into Kingdom versus Kingdom after you finish the temple. So a couple weeks after, you start seeing that you're put into the mix, your kingdom's put in the mix. This is also going to let you know that you can upgrade soldiers and promoting them. So if you need to tier up some troops from T6 to T7 or 7s to 8s, this is a great one to go after, because you're earning points for your kingdom, and you're upgrading your troops for that final battle, prepping yourself. Also getting stronger for your alliance in other events. There is an expedition shop. Each day of the prep stage, you're earning some points. I've got 1.6 thousand. I have bought a few things in the last one, but you can kind of check out what they have there. The bones are a big one for a lot of people because they give really good points on day 2 or 3. We'll take a look here in a minute. Some scrolls here if you've been chasing those as well, along with some books. Right here, is this Mithril? Yeah, Mithril, also good points to be had on one of the prep days. And let's take a look at all the other prep days real quick here. So, tech speed ups, capturing fish. It says recommended, but it's so slow unless you've been working on your docks. So, I personally don't recommend that. I would say iron. Set up your alliance resource field as iron, so that multiple people can collect from the alliance shack, and that gives a lot of points as well. There we go. Bone and Mithril, both located on stage 2. You can see that Mithril, 24,000 points. A lot of people are saving that up, not upgrading their heroes, allowing themselves to stay a little bit lower so that they can put that into Kingdom versus Kingdom. And that's where it's all located. Bones, those are early on in those upgrades. After you've gotten them, I believe, to green to blue, then you start using those bones. So on your offensive gear, and then attacking barbarians. Hopefully you're at the point where you're hitting level 50 barbarians as a team, or at least above 46. You can. Being that you can hit 46 to 50 and get the same point value, you work with your team and run some events where you have people just running around the map together, earning points off of the same kill. That's a great way to share the love and just aim for 46, 47, 48. It's kind of what we do because they're all the same points. Keeps us alive. Healers are shared, so sending healers to help out all the groups. And taking a break in between those runs, we can get 200-300 hits. Grindstone, iron, more grindstone, steel. This is a little bit harder, but these are your mounts. So that's going to be stage 3. And then collecting food, gold, capturing fish. Oh, look, iron's recommended now. So it changes. And the point value is different than in the first stage. So over here, we're looking at 20s, 25, 100, 5, and 8. Versus up here, you've got 20, 20, 25, 50, 5, and 16. So those first two were the same, but it kind of changed up at the 50 a little bit. So, and coming back down. Pocket watch, herb, divine compass, and potions. These are a little bit harder to navigate unless you've done some good exploration. So obviously, we'll take a look here. Barbarian outfit. This is going to go to forge, and here's where the bones are spent. I've got 106. I'm from blue going to purple right now, and it starts to take the meteorites as well. So be prepared for that. You got to have a meteorite to go with those bones. Once you're going into that purple, gets a little bit more expensive. Then you've got your... Go backwards a little bit here. Your mounts, and you go to forge, and over here is where you spend that steel. Where's the? Let me find it here. Is it under polish? Under polish here. So grindstones are points for KVK. The steel, I don't remember seeing that, but you can rewind the video. Maybe we spot it, but. The grindstone is definitely something that's in there. So picking what you work best with. Is it infantry? Is it archery? Is it cavalry? Put it into those items. And then your books over here. Your attack ability. Obviously, you can see I've got a 3-star sitting here. I've worked on this one a little bit. This is all cavalry. I'm a cavalry guy. And you click on study. And you're going to see there's some compasses right here. Different ones use different items. Here's the stopwatch. And let's see. If we go back, click on comprehend. Here's some potions. And that's also in there as well. So it takes a lot of resources. But some great points to be had. The other thing to do... If you want because you see this point value on the bottom right, 624,000 versus 604. The team, the kingdom with the overall highest points is the winning kingdom. They get to go and raid the other kingdom at their will, outside of just attacking their temple. So this will be our first time being the winning kingdom if we can hold that score. We were up 20,000 leading into the day, got as low as 14, and now we're back to 20 again. So I imagine the next 6 hours we shouldn't see too much difference. I want to do a little shout out to the individual that made that difference, though. Show you here the ranks. Might threw in 15,000 points. I haven't talked to him yet of what he did, but 15,000 points just here in stage 5. What is cool about stage 5 is it's everything from the first 4 stages. So if you don't want to spend it in the first 4 days to show your hand of what you're going to do, you want to save it to that 5th day, and then everyone else, you kind of gauge how much you want to really invest into this KVK versus waiting for the next one. If you want to save your materials and try to be the winning kingdom on another one instead of being just barely losing, but still losing, what was the point of spending all that material? And that I'm hoping that's what Might was doing, because that would be an amazing thing to kind of be watching. Checking over here, you'll see day 5, or stage 5, I should say. All the minute speed ups, all the bones, agate, mithril, grindstone, iron. Iron is in here. Steel, pocket watch, herb, compass, potion, food collection. It's a 50, not that 100 that day. Was it day 3? Yep, stage 3 had 100 for the iron right there. So that's a little bit different. But the fish goes back up as well. So, or was 8 on stage 3. It was 8 on stage 3. It was 16 on stage 1. So double the points for fishing, but you know, if you're not big into it, stay away from it. just collect what you normally do and prep for that those tech researches that you have to do. Those are the big ones. So to me, even though it's 5 points, that's the things that are handed out the most in the game is resource chests, your ability to share materials between each other for the basic stuff, and your speed ups. You've got a pile of speed ups most likely, and this is where you can make a lot of points. All my points are all from those tech speed ups for this day, and going to the event, I'm at 536,000. So I did the same thing on stage 1 that I'm doing here on stage 5, where it's just the tech stuff. Got me that 40,000. I could have simplified and just done 1 7-day speed up, or yeah, it might have taken a little bit more than that, but let's say 15 days of speed ups instead of spending maybe 100 days of speed ups. But it also ranks you. So we've seen all the prep stages, what they do. Now what's the reward? Each stage provides a reward. Those points that you can use in the store, some chests, nothing too crazy. It's really about those points. You can see 100 jumps to 80, 60, drops by 20 each time, it looks like, for those first 3, and then drops down to 30, 25, 20, and down. The top 10,000 individuals get scores on that one, because I believe we're looking at the individuals right now. Let's take a look. Nope, we were in the alliance. So the top 10,000 alliances are going to get rewards. Jeez. That's a lot. There are not, I'm going to be honest, there are not 10,000 alliances in this. We'll go take a look at that again, but just to keep me honest. And then final battle, that win for the final battle, again, just 100 points for a top alliance. So the person who scores the most kills during the final battle, because that's all you do in that final battle, where you get your points is based on kills. Make sure that you're not going up against someone bigger than you. If there is a big giant from the other server, don't just rally him, because he still has bigger troops than you. You might kill him, and his troops, once killed, there's only so many you can use inside of KVK. Once they die, they die. You don't get to use all of it back. There are some bonuses that are given away to help with that. We'll look at in a minute. But for the most part, it's a waste of points. You're putting all your T7s into a guy that has T8s or T9s maybe, and you're gonna die. So you lose more than he loses. So he gains a lot of points on that. Try to circumvent that by running away. Get out of the way. Get to your safe spot, the rally point, the staging area, I should say. So looking at the scoreboard here, you remember one of our guys got 15 million points, so we're up at 39 right now, 20 over our other amazing alliance here, DSSN, and Legion. Got to bring them up, or Ragnarok now, with 8 million points, helping out as well. So top 3 groups on our server. Slaughterhouse, this is the first day where we've been number 1, so you can see we're number 5 on that one, number 2, number 3. We've been quiet, but now it's time to make a difference. Now that total points, that's where we want to make something in the prep, get some points for the whole team, and we're up by 2 million over DSSN right now. It is great to see our 2 alliances at the top, though. The individual scores, it's going to look a little bit different. You can kind of see overall, we've got couple guys in the top 3. It's great. Don't pay any attention to my 194. I'm still helping. The rewards, personal rankings in each stage. Look at those points. So this is what you put into the game. How much do you want to invest into your kingdom versus kingdom that week? Do you want to aim for that number 1 slot, get those points that you can buy the bones and everything else from the store, or do you want to save it up for later? Check it out. Number 1 player gets a 14-day skin for their frontier camp, and these have a pretty nice touch to them. I'll have to go see if I've got one so I can show you what that is. But it's the Camp of Atlantis, so there are some really good bonuses there, along with some great speed ups, 10 3-hour speed ups and level 4 resource chests. So some good stuff there. And the final battle. After the final battle, this is pretty cool. 14 days, your town hall gets the skin. That's pretty awesome. So something to aim for as a singular player. Our player on our server is not the biggest out of the 2 servers, but we do work really well together. We've taken on bigger kingdoms before, and we've almost won, having high scores. So I imagine that with a team that's equal to us, we can work hard as well. There's no slide against the other kingdom. We expect a great battle against them as well. So we'll see how it all turns out. Wanted to show you, what was it? You can select the time. So only the king of the temple picks the top 3 times for the battle. Unfortunately, most of us are in the central time zone over in like America or Canada. These time zones are UTC, and there's a lot of love overseas that this is a great time. So we picked the latest time possible, 1400, so that it's earlier in the morning for us over the weekend, and we have a higher probability of having people online to compete. Total points compare. You can see how everyone's doing at each stage. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, because it's really just that overall score that matters. That's what I was going to show you, the bonuses you get for being the number 1. You can see we kind of got our butts kicked. 14 million points in stage 1. Very nice stage 2. I like seeing even scores, to be honest with you. And then we were able to pull ahead in the score, or even it out, I would say, because you got to look at that 20, less than 20,000, 14 million up there versus this 27. Am I calculating that right? 27.5 million that we jumped up from in stage 3. Stage 4, they won again. And stage 5, we're doing rather well here as well. So our kingdom winning 3 out of 5, possibly, depending on the rest of the day, is nice to see. The rewards for winning, where is that going to be listed? Ranking rewards, final battle, no. Kingdom, total points reward, prepare. Here we go. So you win the prep stage. You get a 20% treatment speed bonus. This is automatically activated or put into your use for the final battle. Attack of all your units up 10%. The other kingdom only getting half of that. So 10% in the healing speed and only 5% defense of all units. So that treatment speed, you have all your troops available to you. You put them into the kingdom versus kingdom prep area, which is located. And again, we haven't won before, so I'm only showing you what it looks like if you're not the winning kingdom. But we're put into this little corner here. There's a tent that's kind of set up, and there's a shield around this edging, and we all just hang out in this little area. Good and bad to that, it's hard to drag your troops back into this space if you're trying to attract people closer to the border so that everyone can then attack him and get that pincer bonus. So if there's nowhere to march to, then you're stepping over other people and it won't let you march there, or you're attacking other teams. So make sure you've set allies to the top groups that are going to be at those locations so that you don't hit each other on accident. Even if you're enemies, kingdom versus kingdom, bring it all together. It's one day. Step it up, suck it up. If you're going to try to defend the temple, you've got to own at least one of the altars. Obviously, whichever side you're on, because there's only the two corners, whether you're going to be on the west side or the east side, you're going to need that altar that's closest to your side so that you can get troops there quicker without being attacked the entire time you're trying to march them to the location. Because this is, again, there's a shield around this border and you're going to be safe while you're in it. So having to march 15 seconds to get to this altar versus 45 seconds or a minute, depending on your speed of which heroes you're using, to get to the north or the south altars, that's going to be expensive on you. So something to think about, how you're going to set that up. When it comes to other kingdom attacking your out, if they come raiding your area, get everyone as close as you can to each other. If you can get your spacing right, set up all of your archer towers in between, and as they're trying to walk to get to all the places, their troops are getting hit. So that's a great way to battle them without being direct on that, because it's hard to track where they are. So having people move closer together, setting up those fields, groups of 4 is kind of what I recommend. I'm a big fan of the group of 4 setup, corner to corner as best you can. But that's pretty much it. I will try to record the actual battle, the final battle. It's going to be a longer one. I don't know if I'm going to live stream it or just record it and try to cut it down a little bit, because I don't want to make people waste their time trying to watch the entire video. So, but we'll get that out there as well. If there's something else you had a question on about the the prep stages, feel free to leave it in the comments and ask away, or check it out on some of the servers that we are on in Discord. You can find us. Let me pull it up here. There's a really good server that I'm a big fan of, the Game of Empires Players Community. They got some really good information out there about all the different heroes, how the events are played out, even when merges are going to happen. If once that becomes a thing, they're going to post it here. Great people, great conversation, but feel free to check it out if you're not already in there. Thanks for watching.